So, Rob, you have a interesting contraption here. This is very fascinating. And it looks like medieval and yet scientific at the same time. Please enlighten me with what this thing is.
Yes, this is the Growler Power. This is the sponsor of our charitable event here this year. And this keeps your standard growler container fresh. It's like a kegerator, a portable kegerator for your growler.
Okay.
It works with...
Can you explain some of the components?
Yeah, absolutely. So this is the standard growler. You can get this anywhere. People are very familiar with the growler container. This will actually work with a 64-ounce size, a 32-ounce, and a gallon size, or 128 ounces. It has...
What would you recommend, like, you know, for, let's say, maybe you and 3 or 4 of your friends? Like, the size-wise.
I would say probably a gallon, depending on how thirsty you are. Some people can drink 64 ounces in a matter of a couple hours or evening, but it all depends on what you're drinking. How light it is, how heavy it is. Is it double, triple IPA? Is it something you want to savor? Is it a home brew that someone brought over? So it all depends on what your plans are, but normally for 2 people, a 64 ounce should be just fine.
All right.
You can also get several of these and then have different varieties available on tap.
Oh, that's
on what
fantastic.
type of, event you're having. That's why we created it.
You have a CO2, some kind of magic thing in there. What is that? What is that all about?
So this is our pressure regulator, our heavy-duty pressure regulator that works with standard food-grade CO2 containers, 74 grams. This is one. We actually work with also smaller 16-gram, also readily available. This larger one will push out about 9 growlers before this has to be exchanged.
Okay.
Which people love because it's super convenient. They can set it and forget it for a very long time. So this keeps the oxygen out, keeps the carbonation in, keeps pressure on it, and is what helps the whole thing operate.
So, can anybody buy this? Like what's the 411 with this?
Yeah, so we're going to be launching to the market next spring, summer. We have Kickstarter backers that we're going to be shipping to first from a campaign a couple years ago.
Okay.
And right now we're trying to raise the final funds we need to launch this. We already have our tooling picked out, our suppliers picked out. We just, once we get the funds, we'll be moving this right along and hopefully shipping the product out, like I said, late spring, early summer of next year.
Well, fantastic. Thank you for explaining this thing.
Absolutely.
It is so cool. Like I said, this is like magic to me because I don't drink. So all of this is like, you know, stuff that seems cool and exciting at the same time.